Okay, let's see how this goes. First off, before I say anything else, I just want to give this random person a shout out, let that be known. Okay, who this person is, I don't know who this person is. I just know that in the last couple clips that you've seen, usually at the beginning of these little videos, I like to add some type of weird clip of a gameplay just because why not. I think it's kind of fun. However, there was one guardian in the game who was really good and it was absurdly fun to play against this person. Sad part about it was this person was on PlayStation, so I had no way of messaging them whatsoever. But if any one of y'all sees this person within the whole world of, like, you know, whatever, hey, like, tell them they're a really good player. Give them a good, like, positive affirmation. Tell them something sweet, because this person, whoever they were, like, oh my god, there were so many moments playing that last game where it just felt right. I was playing against this person. His name was Lee, or he or she was Lee. Someone's name was Lee, and they were really good at this game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was another person in there as well, but I forgot who they were. It was this whole team. The whole team was really amazing. I won't lie to y'all. The whole team that we played against last time, within the last matchup that y'all saw over there, even though it was very cut up in clips, whatever, they were really good players, and I thoroughly enjoyed them. It was so much fun. Now, I understand it might seem weird, like, listen, this is just me, but for some reason, I have this feeling that, again, this is off topic. Hey, thank y'all for watching my little channel where we discuss random stuff about random things while I play Destiny 2. It seems like the most appropriate opportunity I have, only because if you see all my other videos, they're usually all Siege videos, and those are the easiest videos for me to edit, only because I just record them with friends and play games, we have fun, we joke around, I let them do whatever they want to do, they can have fun, they can say whatever they want, and then I could just upload it. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty sweet, win-win. But when it comes to a Destiny video, I have to put more of an in-depth look into it. Like right now, I just really want this one to be like, I want to be decently nice. I want to be not decent. I want to be nice. I want to be nice and a positive thing. One of the little positive things I want to bring up is just I want to give some random individual like a good, like, hey, y'all, you're really good. And that was that last person I played against. Even though, like, listen, I was at the bottom leaderboard. I wasn't doing the greatest of all time. I won't lie to y'all. I'm a trash player when it comes to playing this game. I am literally just an explorer. That's it. But whenever I do play against people that are truly are fun to play against, like, hey, like, yo, congratulations, man, like, you're really good. Yo, there's some people in this game that are hold on, there you go, this seems like a better opportunity. There's some people in this game that are really good players. Like, I've seen a few people in Destiny that have truly helped me out, and I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's pretty sweet. However, oh, what's this? Knowing that I won't be able to, like, play against them ever again, it's also kind of saddening because there's a plethora of people in this game. Yo, let's just take a minute to appreciate this in a quick second. Hold on. I understand that there's a plethora of people in this game that are we'll play with one time and then that's it. However, I have been noticing with some repeats whenever I am playing the Crucible. There you go, that game mode. When I've been playing Crucible, I've noticed that there's been some repeats, usually people that I've commended before. So I think it's pretty sweet in order to, like, see that there's some reoccurring people playing in this game. Yo, off topic, I did not know that these were also all holding facilities for these little, like, look at that, one's gone. Yo, I didn't know these were, like, all just stationed here, just chilling. What the heck? Anyways, I'm getting too ahead of myself. Yo, look where we're at right here. I haven't even explored this place yet fully. I just started doing the Witch Queen campaign because I'm very late on this whole, like, thing. I'm really late on it. But look at this. Yo, coming out through this little section right here and just seeing this massive bowl. I know it's a bowl, a massive bowl of just, like, water just chilling up here. I can't wait to see what the Zebra Wrath's little, like, area is gonna look like in the far future. I did appreciate Oryx's Dreadnought. That was such a beautiful place to be at. I still enjoy that place, I won't lie to you. I would like to go visit it again, but whenever they add it into the game, of course. But this place is also pretty sweet as well. It's more of a, it gives off the sense of smooth marble, but if you really look closer to it, it's still the same Hive architecture, but it's just with an added layer on it. Specifically, like, the ground right here. Like, the ground is the same exact ground, like, material and or assets that was used on the moon, but it's just with a different shade of a color on it. And I do appreciate, though, that it just it gives off the illusion, which would make sense, honestly. Savathûn gives off the illusion of a nice, pristine, beautiful place but if you really look deep within the roots of this thing, you could see that it gets really dark really fast. I appreciate the story visualization within this game right here. If you clearly could tell that from the outside perspective of it, it's smooth, it's beautiful, it's like, yo, this thing is like pristine, like a god lives here. What the hell? It looks amazing. We should worship this little fucking facility. However, the more you look deep down within it, you can clearly see that there are like the wilting of these little flowers right here, and also just in the thrown about little leaf litter just kind of all just chilling right here. Everything about it, when inspected in full detail, gives off the illusion of like, oh wait a second, this place isn't pristine and perfect. This place is actually a really deathly, like, hollowing place. I don't know why it's Deathly Hallows. Even the wisp on these little like bushes right here, I say bushes, are like just chilling, scurrying about. Listen, I really enjoy the storytelling within the actual world of the game, because whenever like it comes to the actual storytelling of the game, listen, I'll pay attention to it, I'll go in depth, but whenever it comes to the visual storytelling, because that's usually how we perceive our reality, is we are a visual creature. We sense things, we have fucking sounds and vibrations and shit like that. So whenever we are in a location like this, it is really easy to scoff it off as if it's like, oh yeah, we're just kind of like running through this location to come over here to enjoy this bowl of water. But clearly, if you look very closely, which I guess, you know, you don't have to look very closely to see, you could see the rot within it. Which makes sense, honestly. It makes sense that Cebu, what's her name again? Savathun? I keep on getting them mixed up, the last two. She's all trickery. Everything's an illusion. You don't know what's what anymore. Everything could be something. Nothing could be anything. It's all just a mishmash. You really don't know what to expect when it comes to all this type of stuff here. Again, closer inspection really indicates what's really going on here. The ground is crumbling. It's tearing apart. Literally, it looks like I just like pick at this and it'll just like crumble like it's nothing. Not real marble, which is saddening, but it does the job well, and that's what I really do appreciate. I would like to know what's down there, but it's probably just like abyss. I know we're moving really slowly, but let's just take it for a minute to appreciate the actual decor of the plants right here. Listen, I love landscaping. It's really cool. Do I landscape? No, not at all. Do I want to? Kind of. Do I want a hibiscus tree? Yes, I do. I really want a hibiscus tree in real life because I have a beautiful spot in my little homestead where I would love to have a hibiscus tree. I know this is not a hibiscus tree, but nonetheless, it looks amazing. Just a tall, treal, bushel thing. Looks pretty sweet too. It also gives off a representation if you really think about it. Because what goes through my mind right here is just like, imagine this. Do you remember the Traveler? You know that thing? You know, it's just a ball just chilling there. It opens up and it shoots. That's what I'm imagining this right here. And the roots go deep, deep down. We see that within the trailer. Whenever it's just like shooting, it just becomes this whole like thing. Like wherever the laser thing hits, it's just these flower plants, whatever. I don't know about y'all, but maybe this might be a correlation or resemblance to it. I might be looking too deep into this stuff, but it's always fun to imagine and really think about the aspects of like, oh yeah, Cebu Wrath is a real, like there's, everything matters. Let's get this out of the way. Everything matters. So because of that, this matters in some way. Some reason, somewhere, they wanted this here. I don't know what type of hive creature wanted this here, whether it's a wizard or whether it's a hive actual acolyte or Cebu Wrath herself. Either way, they wanted this here, specifically this bush. Now, I'm going to take out consideration that there are people within the world of Destiny, the developers, that actually put this here and planted it there, and they're like, yeah, it's a good spot. Like, yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's fun to continue. Like, I get it. Like, that's usually how it could go. But for the most part, let's just take, for example, that we are in this individual's world, and she wants a delicate and nice, exactly how it should be in her mind, I'm assuming. So because of that, we should really take into consideration that everything matters, including the rot that we can really see within it. I say rot, it's not a rot, it's more of a blight. That could make more sense, honestly. But look at this. Not the statue, but behind the statue. The representation of the plants just crawling about, just stationed here. Like, there's clearly no other plant life here except for these vines that are just like thorny, crinkling all across this little like wall of just marble. I'm gonna say marble for just a placeholder. It's not marble, I know it's not, but it could be a placeholder. Fuck it. It's behind it. The statues are a good representation of what's in front, but what's in the back right there is that's clearly some type of life-bringing existence where there shouldn't be life. Like the light upon the head of this, or not the head, the crest of this god. Very interesting. Things matter whenever the placements are in games. Whenever they add shit in games, there's usually a reason for it. Keep in mind, it could be other assets as well, like these right here, for example. Like they just needed this place filled up, so like let's throw this little boxes right here for a quick second. Like I get it, but again, we have to take in consideration that within this world of where we are right now, in Savathun's throne world, there has to be a reason for it to exist. Like like Oryx, he has a dreadnought for a specific reason. It's to literally just like brash through the fucking solar system to make a statement. This place is a statement, but it's in her own throne world. Really weird. I don't know what this is, but it's clearly a thing to jump into. I didn't jump. Shit. Excuse me. I seem to have came across a wall. I say wall because it's clear I can't go through. Like, I know it's a door. I can't go through it. There's probably a reason for it. Weird. If you really look at this place for what it is, every little place in this whole little section right here, if not section, could be considered a court. A courtroom, or a court, or an amphitheater in some aspects of life. We have a little one around my little location, but it's in the outside, like the old Roman Colosseums, not Colosseum, but old like Roman amphitheater, where if we stand, like hypothetically speaking, if we should stand right here, whoa. If we should stand right here and speak amongst this little whole wall, the echoing sound of our voice should bounce back and make it so to where we sound like we're speaking through a microphone, or we're speaking louder than what we actually are. While other individuals could be standing at the top of the theater and watching down and observing or listening to whoever's speaking. This place could be considered this. But the thing is, I don't know what this is. Like I'm only like, keep in mind, I'm using like human reference. I have to redo this again. Hold on a quick second. I lost all my footage. Anyways, so I lost all my footage for the past like whole instance I was in the foyer, just right here. However, it's okay. Everything happens for a reason, so we'll keep on going. But I don't want to stop talking about this, but I want to continue the discussion within the foyer, and that's what I've just been talking about this whole time. So we'll discuss back again. So it's like listen, for y'all, like nothing ever happened. But anyways, I want to talk about this location first, and then we'll move on to the next one, because it's pretty interesting. Anyways, as I was saying beforehand, this place reminded me of an amphitheater for one specific reason. Everything around here feels like it could be a theater of some sorts. There's an amphitheater within my little location where I live at. Nothing too grand. It's literally at a park. It's pretty sweet though. And how an amphitheater works for those people that really don't know, there's a location directly in the center, which is where we're at right now, of this whole section right here. And whenever we speak, our voices should bounce back off of the walls and then come all the way over here. And what it should sound like is it should sound like that you were speaking more like, more clearly and louder than what you actually are. Say if you were speaking loudly over here, you would sound like a distant echo. Whenever you're speaking directly in the center of this little theater, hold on, my microphones are all like messing up. Anyways, whenever you're speaking in the center of the theater, it should sound like you were speaking like overtly loud, but at a comfortable tone, while everyone up here is bear witnessing to whatever testimonies you have to say or whatever thing you have to speak of. But I want to bring this up too. This right here reminds me of a chandelier. I don't know if it is though, because it looks like a chandelier. I would say it's a chandelier. It is a very elaborate and gothic looking chandelier. However, the location here doesn't seem to fit properly. It seems to me that could be, now keep in mind, this is all hypothetical, so can't take whatever I say with a grain of salt. I'm literally just talking. Everything I'm saying here, it probably isn't true, but it is fun to have an imagination, so bear with me. But anyways, this whole area right here could be a representation of a sacrificial like sigil. Not a sigil, but a sacrificial altar-esque area. I say that because there's a deep, not dark, but a deep, vibrant, orangey red, fiery magma, I would say, just chilling here at this moment in time. And right above us is whatever this Chandelier. I'm gonna use as a placeholder. Chandelier is. It is something of this world. Very interesting. Everything matters within this. Even the spider webs on here and the butterflies around it. The butterflies representing the life itself. You know, blissfully in peace, heaven on earth type like deal. But the spider webs represent, you know, the whole death form of it. Falling into the wrong trap, and then boom, each little butterfly could die. This good place is a good representation of it. A good example of it is the thrall up here. Now keep in mind, this is all just in my imagination, so take it for what you will, but these thrall right here are a perfect example of offering. See, they are very close. If you can really tell, they are very close, if not bowing their heads down to offer the water. Now they do look like, yes, I will say, they do look like they are also on the verge of drinking said water. But the reason why I say they wouldn't be drinking the water is because the water is flowing. See, the water is a representation of the offering down here to come and fill up all this right down yonder. This right here is, the part of the whole sacrificial area, I would say. It's not really a part of it, but it is being offered. The water is being offered from the thrall, when the thrall could and would and should drink from the water, but yet they are so far away from it. They are clearly not drinking from the water. They are in a state of bowing. They're in a state of offering. This little pan of water right here is a good representation of that, simply because of the flow of it being towards the altar, or this altar. That's a good representation of it. So what does this all mean? It clearly means that this place isn't fully used yet. It's still being prepared to be, have some type of offering sacrificial thing. I keep on saying sacrificial. It's probably not it, but the way that the hive work, I would say is so. Keep in mind, this whole location where we're at is a foyer because of this part right here. The back end of it is where we came from, the entrance, the front entrance of it, all the grasslands, the whole yard. But right in here, I would say it would be considered a foyer of this whole godly, empress world that we're in right now. Because the front door, the main doors to the entrance is over there. A good representation of this whole area. Even though we are kind of deep within here, it does make more sense. Savathun's courtroom is a good place to have a good visualization. And keep in mind, I'm adding human touches to this world in order to make it more feasible. A good representation is another one right here about the offerings is this spot. I love this spot as well because it is a direct parallel to the offering section over there. It's blue, it's just white, sterile. It's ready to get it's ready for something, ready for a splash of light, a splash of color. Right here, we got it. The offering has been made. You see, the chandelier is no longer gone now. It is blossomed. And what is a good placement for what has blossomed here? The butterflies. The butterflies are also a good representation of life itself. Life blissfully flapping about, doing their things. And something that isn't here, of course, is the spider webs. The spider webs also representing the entrapment of death within it. One fatal mistake and the butterfly could get immediately consumed by the death grip itself. But here there is none. It is clean, it's sterile, it blossomed. That chandelier has blossomed into this whole array of life. Good representation with the life itself around us. All this, even though it might be decaying and rotting something underneath, there is still life coming above it. Again, with life, there is death. Spiderweb's a good representation. But another good also point I want to make as well is because of the water. You see, as you can clearly see, the water is no longer being offered anymore. Now, I would say, the thrall are able to drink. The thrall are drinking the water in this representation because they are no longer offering the water because the offering has already been made. They have already offered, or somebody has already offered, their essence of life, I would say. I'm being very ambiguous here, just bear with me. When it comes to the whole hive logic, it's really, listen, when it comes to Destiny logic, it gets really squirmy. So I'm just trying to make sense of this the best way I can. I know I'm tainting the water by stepping in it, but that is okay. These are statues. But the statues are a good representation of the drink. They are now drinking from this because they are no longer offering the water. They are now indulging within the water. And now, in a placement for where the water was, it is now life itself. The growth, the blossoming, the vines, the scarlet rot, I would say, is now here. No longer a sterile environment. It is now blissfully, fluttering with life now. It's beautiful. Ow. See, Destiny is really hard to really get into with a sense of visual storytelling, but keep in mind, I've said this before, but we are a visual creature, we are a sound creature, we are a creature that has the senses for a reason, and we take in everything, and there's a lot of downtime within this game that if we really take a good gander within it, there are some locations, like this right here, the foyer of Savathun's courtroom, like you could clearly see that there is a direct parallel between this location over here and the sterile environment over there. The offering is still being made in that spot over there, but the offering is already done in this location here. Visual storytelling is very important when it comes to games, and this is a good representation of what visual storytelling can be. Now, keep in mind, am I just talking shit? Like, am I just pulling all this out of my ass? Yes, I am, but it all comes from a place of imagination. Everything here is all open-ended. You don't really know what's going on in this location here. You only know of it as just a direction, as to get from point A to point B. That's literally it. We don't take it into consideration for what this place could actually represent in its truest form. The stark parallels between both sections of the foyer. There you go. The parallels between this foyer and the pure contrast between each section of it is a good representation of what I would say, not fully and like, keep in mind, this is all layman's terms, but keep in mind, I think this is a good representation of what Savathûn would want this place to be like. It is an offering, it is life, it is death, it is a beautiful location, it is a place where, you know, it's full of abundance, but also there has to be sacrifices made for the abundance to come to fruition. However, deep down within the rot of the scarlet, there is death within it. In order for there to be death, there has to be life, blah, 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 blah. You already know what I'm speaking of right now. But this is a good foyer representation, because a foyer should be a good representation of the individualistic person. See, when a foyer is the main entrance of a house is usually considered a foyer. And within the foyer should be a location where you should have the things that represent you in its utmost form. Now, keep in mind, a foyer is a good representation of one's life itself. I know a lot of people might not have a foyer, and a lot of people don't even know what a foyer is, but I would say that this is a foyer for Savathûn right here, and is a good representation of the elegancy that she wants it to be. But deep down, if you look really deeply, you can clearly see the roots of the rotting scarlet deeping its bedding like fucking roots within this little marble stone right here, which is a good, and again, it shows that even within this, like, you know, the sense of like almost perfect serenity of this like architecture that we're in, it's still not immune to the rot, which is beautiful. Really odd they chose this color scheme. Really odd that they chose this to represent the foyer. Keep in mind, I'm bringing all this up right now. I don't know if this is the foyer, and keep in mind, some Bungie developers might honestly just, like, in the most like malicious way, some Bungie developers just probably added all this like stuff here. And we're like, all right, we're done. Let's keep on going. And then I come over here, I'm like, wow, it's amazing. When in reality, it's probably just something really surface level. To me, I like it. To me, that's what this represents, and that's what I see in this whole little area. It's completely ambiguous to all people, let that be known. Everyone should have their own like perspective when it comes to seeing stuff like this, because it's all art. You don't know you don't know what it is. It could be anything. Again, I think of it as offerings. These little sides of the foyer. It's beautiful. I like this spot a lot more. This spot has a beautiful array of colors. So let's just chill out right here for a quick second. Anyways, I want to thank you all again for watching my little channel, and I want to thank you all again for coming along this little journey. I know there's something in the background I want to talk about for a quick second, but I could always bring that up in another video. I probably will, and it has to do with that chest over there. It's nothing too major, but it is something I did lose within the footage, so we'll have that for another time, because it is also pretty funny. I do like the way they added that, because there's something about the actual chest that's kind of weird. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they added it, but we'll look at it in the future. But anyways, hey, if y'all got this far, thank y'all again for watching my little channel. I just make little videos. Right now, if you see all my other videos, they're mostly Siege videos, but that's because those are fun, little easy videos for me to edit with friends and play around with them. I like playing with the games with them, they're fun. But when it comes to these Destiny videos, I really do want to take them semi-seriously. Not semi, but I want to take them seriously to a point where it's like, these are important to me. Because it is a good representation of, like, you know, exploring the art of the Destiny, and I do like that. So, again, thank you all again for watching my little channel. If y'all see that random individual out there in the world of Destiny, tell them they're a really good player, give them that shout out. But anyways, thank you all again for watching my little channel. I thoroughly do appreciate it, and have a great night.